A world of wealth now lays in waste. Just take a look at all the trash around you. Are they really trash? All trash is part of something that had once been useful. Don't you agree? Well, for one, let's look at a classic example of a wasted eggshell. Do you know that it contains nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and calcium that make it nutritious manure for plants? This is just one of the many things that the unique Kurudampalayam village panchayat near Tudiyalur in Coimbatore is accomplishing. A silent strategic revolution indeed. From waste to riches. By actively integrating sustainable waste management practices through engineering and product development, this DRDA initiative, partnering with self-help groups and NGOs, is successfully converting Kurudampalayam's day-to-day residential waste into wealth and products of use. What is now proved was once only imagined. Kurudampalayam Panchayat, a social awareness campaign with magical solutions. As you can see, this is a serene village with a populace of 16,000, comprising of 8 wards. It stands tall as a role model with a well-established systemic cyclic process for waste collection, segregation and recycling. The nuance of waste segregation. After the awareness, orientation and training given to each family by the Panchayat President, Ward Councillor and team, the collection of organic and inorganic waste from each household has become easy for the 36 and odd workers who collect wastes twice a day in exclusive battery-powered vehicles specially designed for the purpose. These batteries are charged with solar panels. The biodegradable waste goes into the green basket and non-biodegradable waste goes into the red one. The second level segregation happens at the Waste Segregation Center, a shed where a total of 20 different category buckets are used for the segregation of organic waste and 27 buckets for inorganic waste. The organic waste is divided into 18 subcategories from oil items, citrus peels and coconut husks to eggshells. Coconut waste recycling. The organic wastes are used to produce many products which are used within the center, and other waste such as like the coconut sponges are sent to rope making units. The shells are used to manufacture ice cream boxes and mosquito coils. Eggshells recycling. The eggshells are washed, dried and ground, and the powder is sold as fertilizer for up to Rs 400 per kilo. Fruit peel recycling. Citrus fruit peels are processed with many components like soap nut oil and cow dung ash to produce toilet cleaning liquid and dishwash powder that sells from Rs 50 to 90 in the market. Let's see how the organic wastes that are not suitable for direct use and also not edible for cattle are being manipulated. Mr. Srinivasan, the technical designer behind solid and liquid resource management.
Solid and liquid resource management is absolutely essential like hospitals, police stations and ambulance services. This is a permanent solution to waste whereby waste is turned into wealth.
Enter the compost bed process, indoor and outdoor. Ducks and frogs play the role of fishes in eliminating the larvae in the outdoor compost bed. Usually set on the ground 9 feet by 3 feet in a rectangular form, The same process is repeated along with garden wastes too. The duck cycle is quite interesting here. Feeding on larvae, the ducks lay around 24 eggs per month. Ducks usually don't incubate, so the task is left to the hens. Duck eggs are sold at Rs 8 each as they have medicinal values. Cattle are another catalyst in the recycle chain. A dozen cattle feed on about 33 kilo of organic waste and produce about 15 kilo of cow dung a day. Cow's urine has commercial value as a fertilizer and is sought after for its medicinal properties too. Panchakavyam, the value addition. Panchakavyam is an organic fertilizer. This amazing natural fertilizer strengthens plants and gives better yield. It has been tested and certified by Alpha Labs for authenticity. The insect repellent, Puchuverati, is another indigenous product made by processing 10 liters of cow's urine, neem, papaya leaves, custard apple, chaste tree, and crown flower plant leaves. The alternative fuel, methane gas. With gas prices skyrocketing by the year, Kurudampalayam revels in its production of methane gas, a cost-effective alternative to cooking gas. 300 kilos of cow dung is enough to fill a commercial cylinder with methane gas. It is a process of mixing cow dung and warm water at 50 degrees Celsius in a ratio of 1 kilo to 1 liter, along with food and fruit wastes rich in carbohydrates. This avoids the mixing of sulfur and carbon dioxide, and the gas burns with a blue flame. This mixture is filled in a 7 feet tall main tank and maintained to produce methane gas, which is circulated via 6 different tanks of various sizes, having 1 inlet and 2 outlets each. The methane gas flows out through one of the outlets to the storage balloon. The remaining slurry with methane overflows to the next tank, and in the process, almost 85% of methane is extracted from the waste. Stored in a gas balloon of 60 cubic meters, it is supplied to the community kitchen for cooking food for up to 250 people. The Self-Sustainable Vermi-Cast Production Center. The methane extracted slurry is passed on to the Earthworm Production Center, dried for 72 hours, piled in sunlight for 10 days, and watered twice a day. It is then powdered and fed to earthworms. African earthworms are brought as a one-time investment because they effectively reproduce and easily produce phosphorus, potassium and nitrogen. The vermicast production beds, measuring 10 feet by 5 feet with a tank 3 feet deep, is designed with a slope so that the liquid slides down to an underground tank with a filter. The earthworms eat, excrete and reproduce in these 17 tanks and produce an average of about 400 kilos of fertilizer. Isn't that amazing? The top layer is collected by hand on a daily basis, piled on the ground, sprayed with water mixed with cow dung, thus forming 10 layers of 40 kilos each, covered by a jute sack and left for 45 days to decompose. Eventually, the sack disappears and forms a cocoon of about 40,000 earthworm eggs. Behold the wonders of nature. The liquid collected in the underground tank is known as vermiwash, a fertilizer that is effective in increasing the lifespan and yield of plants. Tertiary segregation of inorganic waste. One may now ponder about the tons of paper, cardboard, Tetra Paks, plastic, aluminium, and rubber products that are thrown away every day. These inorganic wastes are split into a mind-boggling array of subcategories based on their commercial usage and value. Waste management is perhaps the most pressing problem that a developing nation like India faces. The solid and liquid resource management system at Kurudampalayam converts waste into resource. We all believe that change is the only constant. Imagine what a system like this could do for your community, turning waste into a commodity with real value in the marketplace. Kurudampalayam Panchayat is the ultimate example of that old expression. One man's trash is another man's treasure. This trash can be a treasure for all if only we get into action. And the time is now